Hello everyone, welcome back. So we discussed about the predicate and the consumer so far, right? So let's combine the predicate and the consumer. We'll write a small use case. Okay, let's create a new example class file. Sorry. So consumer predicate example, and we're going to have a main method here. Okay, done. So let's start. Let's discuss what is the use case which we are going to achieve here. So let's create a few predications and we'll create a few consumers as well. Okay, so predication we can use the same one which we created predication person. These are height and the gender check. Okay, and we can have one by consumer which can print the person's name and the hobbies, right? And we can have another consumer which will do the testing. For example, what I'm trying to say is we are going to explore everything in a single class, right? Okay, let's start. So let me write up. Okay, let's copy the predication from the previous examples. So I'm going to keep these two predications in our example. Okay, so and we can have the another consumer example. So what we can use this particular consumer example. So copy that as well. So now we have a one predication, sorry, two predication and one consumer. So and we'll write another consumer which will check the the predication 1 and 2, and then it will do some operations. Okay, let me create a normal consumer here. Consumer of person. So person consumer. Okay, we can put it at a hobbies consumer. Okay, hobbies consumer. The person consumer. So what the data is going to be person, and we are going to open up a body. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the condition 1 and 2, which is nothing but the p1 dot and p2 dot test person. Okay, if the p1 and p2 returns true, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this particular by consumer information, or if both are true I'm going to print, or I'm going to call this particular consumer. Okay, so hobbies consumer dot accept, the first parameter is person dot get name, which we already seen in the previous example. So the second parameter is equal to person dot get hobbies, right? So now we have two predicate and one by consumer and one another consumer. So far we have a consumer predicate everything whatever we need. So we have everything in place, right? So okay, the reason is we need to provide a static here. Okay, so this particular person consumer, I'm passing it a for each, because for each, if you open the for each, you can see the implementation. The for each method will accept the consumer as the input. Okay, so a person consumer is a consumer which will do some operation in it. The p1.p2, because it has a predication in it, it will check the person height is greater than 140 and the person is a male. If both are returns true, then it will print the person name and the hobby. Okay, so let's run this and see what is the outcome of it. Great, right? John and Dean. Both of them are greater than 140 centimeter height and male persons. So all those things, it's printed here. So this is how you need to use the predication and the consumer and by consumer and all together. Okay, that is the advantage of the functional interfaces. So you can mix and collapse them, and based on your requirement you can modify your own predication, or you can use your own predication and consumer in your own implementations, right? So so we came to the end of this particular video. We are going to discuss something else in the next video, which is pretty much relevant to the predicate. Okay, we'll see each in the next video. Thank you.